What is up everyone? Welcome to another video on the great Onigiri Man channel. If you've spent any time at all in Japan, you'll know what a Gachapon machine is. Every station, store, road, arcade, everywhere you look there's a Gachapon machine somewhere. And when we went to Japan, well, we took advantage of it. Not only was it the best way to get rid of change, but the thrill of not knowing which one you're gonna get and trying to go for a particular one was just great. So today, I'm gonna take you through every Gachapon we got on our trip in Japan. For each one, I'm going to tell you what we could get, what we did get, and give it a rating out of 10. So without any further ado, let's get started. First up, we have the Zelda keychains. I wanted a Link to the Past or Breath of the Wild, but in the end we got the OG Zelda. This one's pretty nice quality, 8 out of 10. Next up, we were in the Nintendo store in Tokyo, where the official Nintendo controller Gachapon machines were. Here you can either get the joysticks or the buttons from various controllers. I had 3 goes on this one because I was really keen to get a few. I got the buttons for the Super Nintendo, the buttons for the Nintendo 64, and the buttons for the Nintendo GameCube, which is the one I wanted the most. As you'd expect from official Nintendo merch, these ones are perfect quality really, 9 out of 10. Next up we had this Urusei Yatsura Gachapon machine. I wanted the Angry Lum, or the regular Lum, and I got the regular Lum, which I was pretty happy with. This one's really good quality, but a little small, 7 out of 10. Next up was this Naruto picture frame Gachapon machine. The only 2 we really didn't want were either Gaara or Sakura, and of course on our first go we got Gaara. So we tried again, and it was the last one in the machine, and unlucky for us, it actually didn't end up coming out of the machine, so we had to get someone to come over and fix that for us. The one we wanted the most was Jiraiya, and we got Jiraiya on the very last one left in the machine, so pretty happy with that. These are nice, but to be honest, they're just little photo frames as I said, not really that great. 6 out of 10. Next up was a Haikyuu keychain Gachapon machine. It was my fiance that really wanted this, and she wanted Kageyama or Hinata, and in the end she got Kageyama. Quality of this one's pretty cool, 7 out of 10. Next up is this Kirby Gachapon machine. I wanted the Kirby with the sword or the sleeping Kirby. And we got the sleeping Kirby. Quality of this one's okay, also pretty small. Couldn't give it more than a 6 out of 10. Next up is these cute little bunny dudes, don't know what they're called. Only ones we didn't want were the yellows. We got a yellow. 4 out of 10. Next up we got this ReZero Gachapon machine. We would have been happy for any of these except for the girl we didn't know who they were, and Betty. On our first try we got Betty, wouldn't you know, classic. So we gave it another go, and unbelievably we got the girl we didn't know, so double bad luck on this one. However, these are super high quality, they look really good, so 7 out of 10. Next up was this Mario Bros Gachapon machine. I didn't know this at the time, but these were actually rings. We were pretty happy to get any of these, and we got a green shell. Don't really like how it's a ring, and the quality isn't overly good. 5 out of 10. During our stay in Fuji Kawaguchiko, there was a Gachapon machine full of Mount Fuji pins. Again, we were pretty happy to get any of these, they looked great. And we got this one. Really like this one, 8 out of 10. Next up we have an exclusive to Nara Deer Park and another pin Gachapon machine. I wanted the yellow sign with the deer on it, however we got this shitty plain looking one, not the best, 5 out of 10. Staying with the theme of Nara Deer Park, we found a Gachapon machine full of deer themed torii gates. All 3 of these were the same but just in different colours, and I wanted red in particular. Luckily for us we got red. Absolutely love this one, and only while filming this do I realise now that this is actually a fridge magnet as well. Pretty cool, 9 out of 10. At one of the official Pokemon stores, they had this Psyduck Gachapon machine. These really didn't vary too much, and we got this one. Not bad at all. 7 out of 10. Now, I never saw another one of these, just the one Gachapon machine selling these plushies of drinks. And what made this one special is there was a strong zero in there. If you've watched any of my other videos, we basically binge drank this our entire trip and even got a tattoo of a tin of strong zero. So when I saw this was a thing, I had to get it. On my first try, I managed to get this beer with a little lime in it. I really like this one. And I kept going for a second try to get that strong zero. And on the second try, we got the strong zero. Couldn't believe it. So happy. This is probably my favourite Gachapon of the entire trip. 10 out of 10. Next up, we had a Dragon Quest themed Gachapon machine. Didn't really care which one I got, I just really wanted a slime. And I got this clear winged slime. I like this one a lot. 7 out of 10. Next up, my fiance had a go at a Harry Potter themed one. These were all covers of different movies with different items inside. Couldn't tell you exactly which one she wanted, but we got this one, and it's pretty shit. 3 out of 10. Next up, we found this Elizabeth-themed Gintama Gachapon machine. We really wanted one of the main cast, mainly Gintoki or Kagura. And we were lucky enough to get the Gintoki one. Quality's just okay. 7 out of 10. Next up was this Shin Megami Tensei Gachapon machine. I wanted a Jack Frost, followed by the pumpkin, and lucky enough we got the pumpkin. These ones are rings similar to the Mario ones, which I'm not a big fan of, but these ones are way higher quality. 8 out of 10. Next up, we were in the official One Piece Mugiwara store, and we got one of these Devil Fruit Gachapons. Really could have got anyone in this and we'd be happy. And luckily we got one of our favourite characters, Ace. Pretty happy with the quality of this one. Pretty good all round. 8 out of 10. Next up, while we were in Umeda Sky building, we found a Gachapon machine that was selling models of Umeda Sky. We thought all of these were cool. We were happy to get any of these, and we got the daytime one. This one's really high quality. 9 out of 10. Next up, we have a One Piece card game Gachapon. We really wanted the manga rare Ace in this one, but ended up pulling a Sanji instead. These are metallic and quite nice. 7 out of 10. Next up, and I was searching everywhere for these, it was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We'd found a few of these throughout Tokyo, and every time they were empty. This one had one left in the machine. Really wanted Dio or Iggy, but to be honest would have been happy with anything. And we got Iggy. This one's really high quality, love it to bits. Wish I could have got more. 9 out of 10. Next up we have another One Piece one, and this time it was Egghead themed. We wanted Luffy in particular, or Vegapunk, and we got Luffy. This one's nice but quite small and doesn't really stand up well itself. 7 out of 10. Next up, and we're back in a different official Pokemon store. The Gachapon capsules in this one were Pokeballs. This one was various Pokemon themed face masks. Sleeping masks? I don't know. My fiance was going for either a Snorlax or a Pikachu, but we got a substitute themed one, which I think's pretty cool. 8 out of 10. Next up, we have a Yu Yu Hakusho themed Gachapon machine. Really wanted Yusuke in this one, or my second choice would have been Kuwabara, and we got Kuwabara. Not bad. This one's pretty high quality. 8 out of 10. Last but not least, and this one's a bit weird because it's actually the very first Gachapon we did in Japan. This one was a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure themed outfits. We would have been happy with any of these, and we got Josuke's. Not bad at all. 7 out of 10. And there you have it. Gachapon adventures with the great Onigiri man. Let me know in the comment section what your favourite Gachapon from this video were. And subscribe to the great Onigiri Man channel for more content on Japan. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.